Hey guys, welcome to the video. I have decided to do it on the back of my DVD video and film this, so we're just going to get it out of the way, and we're going to film it right now, and you're going to find out before the end of this video how much I spent on Blu-ray and 4K. So let's start with Blu-ray. Now I'm not going to do a whole thing of reading each title, because I feel like when I did the gaming video that was a bit boring. So we're going to go, let's have a look at the previous year first. Let's look at the previous year's total. So the previous year, I had 7 pages. 7 pages of Blu-ray, and I spent a grand total last year on Blu-ray alone. 2023's total was $6,166.74. That was last year's total. That was 2023. This year, I bought a total of 3 pages. And the total is, a lot less. So I kept this year to 2 pages. Now, that is also what I've been doing all year. Is I mostly avoided JB Hi-Fi for most of the year, because I felt like there wasn't really much I wanted to collect in terms of Blu-ray. So I kept an eye on it, and yeah, this one I kept it to very selective. I got some imported. I got some like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6 and 7. I got those imported because I didn't have them. So this year was a bit more about like, what do I actually want for my collection? I mean, there was parts where I just splurged and was like, yeah, I should pick up that one, should pick up that one. But it wasn't something where I was like, I have to buy everything. It wasn't that mentality. And you can see that evident in this collection. So page 1 over here, I bought, I don't know, maybe about 50 titles. It looks to be about 50. And I spent a total on page 1 of $1,396.73. So that was $1,396.73. Page 2, obviously over here I spent total of $1,006.54, and I don't think there was a page 3. No, there's not a page 3 for Blu-ray. But, you know, that will give us a grand total for 2024 of $2,403.27. Already there you can see I've spent a lot less. Like, compared to last year where I spent $6,166.74, I've cut that in half, like, almost 3/4 cut in half. Like, you know, I've cut that down pretty significantly, so I'm not spending as much on this as I usually would, which is kind of fun. That's kind of a good one. I'm going to take this out of the mount and show you, because I think you can read it yourself what I picked up, because I don't want to sit here and read for a half hour of making it some boring video. So let's come over here. Let's get that nice and focused. And there you can see all the cool little things I bought. When it has a 0 next to it, it's sometimes buy 2 get 1 free. So some of those are in my 4K book as well. So sometimes I pay for the 4K, and sometimes I get the Blu-ray for free. And, you know, this is page 2. So you can see a bit of money for those Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, that is all the Blu-ray portion. Let me put this back in the mount, and we will get back to it. And hopefully I don't hit cut on this, because I did film the DVD video, but I hit cut on it when I was putting it back into the mount, so we'll make sure that's right back in there. That is fine, perfect, and yeah, you can see me there, yep, cool. So there you go, $2,403.27, I should say. So that's Blu-ray. Let's go to 4K. Now 4K, I think I bought 3 pages worth this year. I was a bit picky with 4K even this year, though. I was buying I didn't need to buy everything. Let's go to last year's total for 4K first. So I bought a total of 5 pages last year for 4K. And last year I spent on 4K, this is 2023's total. Last year I spent $10,434.85. That was the grand total for 2023. This year, okay, so I've bought a total of 3 pages, I believe. Yep, 3 pages. So page 1 here, I will do the same thing. I will grab it off and show you after. But for page 1, I spent $2,732.38. For page 2, I spent $2,691.62. And for page 3, $1,371.96 for the 2024 grand total on 4K of $6,795.96. That's the grand total for this year for 4K. And now I'm going to show you everything like I just did with the Blu-ray. You're going to be able to see it yourself. You can pause it. I am filming in 4K, so no reason why you shouldn't be able to pause this and get the totals. So that's 2023. We don't want to see 2023. We want to see 2024 right here. So you can see there's some JB Hi-Fi things. I write the stores next to them as well. You don't really need to know all that. But here's all the totals. This is everything I bought on 4K this year. I will try to keep it steady so you can have a nice good read of that. You can also pause this, so if at any point you want to take a closer look. That's page 1. Let's go to page 2. Obviously some Team America. I'm a big fan of Team America. And then let's go over here to number 3. Obviously, you can see I crossed something out. I obviously made a mistake. I wrote the 8th sanctum, or 8th sanction, when it's the higher sanction. So obviously I just crossed it out and was like, yeah, I'll just redo it all over again. So there you go, 952 titles, although Bluray.com is saying I have 953 for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I don't really care all that much. As long as it's close enough, that is good enough for me. And we'll go back over here. Yep, that's still recording, so I'll come back on camera. And then we'll go through it. So obviously, the previous year I spent about 10,000 or over 10,000. This year I spent about 6,700 for 4K. So between the two, what's that? 6,700 plus, what did I say for this one? 2,400 something. So, you know, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, you know, about 9,000 all up for Blu-ray and 4K. So, you know, you can do the exact totals. I'm giving you the numbers, so you can do the exact totals yourself if you need to. Yeah, my whole goal this year for collecting these was to pull back in terms of, you know, you don't need everything. And I went into this year thinking, you know what, I don't need every Blu-ray. I don't need every 4K. Just because it exists doesn't mean I need it. I've got enough. You know, this is going to keep me occupied for pretty much the next 10, 20, 30 odd years. I don't need all that much. And yes, there's still nice things that I'm like, okay, I need that, I want that. You don't really need it. You want it. You very much want it. And as I said, you can also, I did my gaming cost video, which I'll put at the end. I spent a lot on gaming. I'll also put the DVD one at the end, which I've spent a lot on DVD. So I'll put that in the end screen of the video. You know, those videos are kind of, you have the totals of those. So it's not like I only spent on Blu-ray and nothing else. I also bought some CDs, which not that much to even worry about. And then I've also spent money on, you know, things here and there. Nothing too insane, but I am collecting multiple forms of media. So, you know, you broaden your horizon. All up, I probably spent, I would say probably less than 15,000 this year on all the formats. But that's the thing, I've really pulled back. I've really been focusing on how much I'm spending. And I say enough because I've got this flu still. And it's getting very annoying. Getting very, very annoying. I'm guessing my throat's healing though, because, you know, that chesty stuff is really, really like phlegm or whatever. It's really stopping, really blocking my throat, but it's also really annoying, which shows it's also healing. So really annoying, but really annoying when I'm trying to film a video. Okay, let's get back to this. So yeah, you can see the totals there. I've really been focusing in on, you know, just buy what I need and what I really feel passionate about. I don't need to have every 4K Blu-ray ever made. And yes, I do have access to get just about every 4K Blu-ray ever made, but you know, like up the top, I got Columbia Classics up the top. I added number 5 to that this year. I got A Nightmare on Elm Street imported. There are different things that I collected, and you might say, oh, why didn't you just wait for A Nightmare on Elm Street and get the Australian release? Well, there was a big enough delay, and this is what I don't agree with the Australian market. There is a big delay between when it hits overseas and when it hits Australia. There's sometimes months delay. Like, put it this way, You know that movie Tar with, what's her name? I forget her name. Where is it? 1 second. Where's Tar? Here we go. Kate Blanchett. That's her. But you know, this movie literally was on 4K Blu-ray overseas before it even came out in the cinemas in Australia. So, you know, Australia really needs to look at its release timetable. We're not living in the 1980s anymore. But also, you know, if I'm going to buy, I'm going to buy right there and then. Yes, it's an extra 20 whatever dollars or whatever, or a couple extra dollars, but I'll put that towards it to get something like a Nightmare on Elm Street. JB Hi-Fi is not to blame at this. It's the distribution studios who are like, oh, well, America's doing it, and we'll just wait a couple of months because we're fine. No one's going to care. Well, no, I can get it imported literally within a week of it coming out overseas. Not even. I can get it sometimes before it comes out overseas. So, yeah, if that's anything important to you. Like, I had the Terminator in hand before a lot of people in America had it. So, you know, this is the whole thing. I will import and I will look at, yeah, you don't need to hear all that. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you thought about this totals video. I've done it a bit differently because, you know, I think one of the biggest complaints about the gaming video was that it's kind of boring. I'm just sitting there reading a list. So I'm not going to do it that way. That's why I just went through over the camera. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, drop a comment. Please go follow that Instagram because I am really focusing on Instagram in the new year. 2025 is going to be the year where I post as much as possible to Instagram. And I'm going to be doing, I'll give you a little sneak peek. I will be doing like movie facts on there, like talking about Jaws. I'll talk about like how the mechanical shark didn't work. I won't be showing copyrighted footage, but you know, I'll have the Jaws in hand, Jaws #1 in hand, and I'll be talking about this movie and, you know, talking about it that way. So if you're not following that Instagram, that's what I'm going to be doing on Instagram in the new year. Follow it if you can because it would really, really help me out. And, you know, if anything ever happens with YouTube, then that's where I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff. But in the new year, I'm also going to be doing that. For those who wonder where the TikTok stands at the moment, I don't know. I have tried to give TikTok benefit of the doubt, but it seems like TikTok has become pay to play. And that's why I've been really pulling away from it, because I have tried to promote some videos on there. Like, I have spent some money on that because, you know, that's how you grow the fan base on there. So you want to get it on the For You page. You're pretty much buying to put a video on the For You page and you think, oh, this can go viral. Let's try that. But I will watch a video go viral when I do that. And then TikTok will basically say, oh, well, your promotion's over now. Pay us more or we're not going to promote it any further. Well, pick up, move to Instagram. And Instagram has always been organic views. I've never spent $1 on promoting the videos on Instagram. And they crack some really good numbers on Instagram. Like, I have got videos that are going into 3,000, 4,000 views and some that are getting very organic views. That is why I'm focusing on Instagram. It's not a pay to play system, you know. I upload to there and it gets views very much like YouTube. Over time, it'll add to it rather than just abandoning it and saying, pay us, you know. And I feel like that is where TikTok don't look after me. I feel like, you know, if I'm going to post a video and put in my time on TikTok, I would expect TikTok to look after that video and try its best to promote that video and put it on the For You page, give it the best chance it has of succeeding. Now, if it has 1 or 2 views from that For You page, then fine, I'll know, okay, the video didn't do as well as I thought it would. But it should at least have the chance to not do well, is what I'm saying. It has that chance on Instagram. That's why I'm focusing on Instagram. So at the moment, I'm cutting the cord on TikTok. I don't know what I'm going to post there. I might still post stuff here and there to it, but I don't see long-term potential in TikTok. They have abandoned my channel, and I don't believe I need to be putting any time into them because they've shown me they don't care about my channel. So yeah, Instagram will be the place to follow me. Sorry, it went into a bit of a rant at the end about TikTok, but yeah, Instagram is going to be where my main and almost only social media presence in 2025. I'm going to be doubling down on that, and yeah. You can also watch one of these videos here. I mentioned I was going to put the DVD video up the top, and down the bottom I'll put the gaming videos. So these are the other cost videos. And you know what? I'm going to put a third one on here. There's another one over here about the cost video, how much I spent on physical media. And if you want to watch that video, you can. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.